big old slab jig eater. She is a dang tank. That is a huge female. Oh, when they hit that roadrunner, they usually swallow that. Dang it. There ain't nothing wrong with that, girl. Oh, I didn't even feel him hit it. Again, that fish got that roadrunner. Oh, female that bit right at the boat earlier. Oh, big, beautiful girl ready to go back in the water. Look at that slab. What's going on, y'all? Conditions were just starting to stabilize here in Jackson, Mississippi, but we got a cold front coming tomorrow. And y'all, cold fronts can be bad for fishing, but those fish still have to eat, and the water's warm enough at this point that I don't think the cold air is gonna mess them up too bad, so we're gonna go try them, even though it's a cold front. And when it comes to crappie fishing, there's two essential baits that if you're not using either one of them, you're probably messing up, especially if you're new to it. Now, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of other little lures that a crappie will hit, but the two keys are jigs and minnows. And y'all seen me, I've been feeding the minnows for a while now out of my crappie lake. But one of my subscribers, Andrew Abadiche, has been begging me to throw some jigs in here. So as we get out there tomorrow, we're gonna try feeding them some jigs. We're gonna throw a bunch of different plastics and maybe even the little roadrunner on the BFS setup if the conditions aren't too bad. If it's too windy, I might not be able to do it. But this cold front that's coming is supposed to push most of this wind out of here. So it may start off a little cloudy and windy in the morning, but hopefully pretty quickly it'll get clear so y'all can see what's going on. I'll go over all the lures and everything I use at the end of the video, but if you like what you see, you should consider subscribing. It's free, it's just one click, and it really helps me out a lot. And since we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm giving away a Shimano Stella on my channel. It's the nicest fishing reel there is. I'll put a link to that giveaway video down on the bottom because you don't want to miss that. And even if you do miss that, I do these giveaways pretty regularly, so you definitely want to be around for the rest of those. But y'all stick with me. Let's see if we can go get them. Good morning, y'all. We're having a cold front here in Jackson, Mississippi. It's 37 degrees right now, but the water should still be pretty warm. So I imagine this fish got to eat anyway. So even though it's a cold front, I imagine we'll still get some good crappies. A lot of times on these cold front days, the crappie tend to bite better after it's been sunny for a little while. So hopefully that happens. Hopefully it does clear up and get sunny for us. I think it's finally time we throw some jigs at them today. We've got a lot of different plastics here. We'll probably start off with something chartreuse. These bobby garlands are great. I'll go over in depth all the plastics and all the stuff we use at the end, just so y'all know. So I'm gonna throw some jigs. I got one of my rods rigged up with a single jig. I got one rigged up with a double jig because sometimes they prefer a double jig, sometimes they prefer a single. And then I also have my favorite thing to catch crappie on there is. It's my BFS setup. BFS stands for bait finesse system. What it is essentially an ultralight bait caster. These things are designed to throw tiny little jigs. I got a 1/16 ounce roadrunner on it right now. It's the most fun setup I have to catch fish on. It's got a drag clicker in it. And it doesn't matter what you hook, it's fun on this. But let me tell you what, when you hook a big fish, it's a blast. So hopefully we're able to throw the roadrunner at them because, man, the BFS setup is fun. So yeah, we're going to start off throwing these jigs at them. So y'all stick with me. Hopefully I got some good fish to show y'all here in just a second. Got him. Huge one. Oh, on the single jig. Ooh, y'all look at that pig. Jig eating pig, dirty jig eater. Big old female, I'd put her at around 14. We'll go see. Oh, man, that's a big one. She might be bigger than I thought. I'm putting her at 14. Get your mouth closed, get her on there. Yo, I'm getting pretty good at this. She's just over 14, tip of her tail. Big old hubcap of a female black crappie though. Still got her eggs in her there. You know, I keep thinking they're spawning because the males are blacked up, but then every female I pull out is just full of eggs, so I don't think they're quite there yet. Nice slab though. Ooh, look at that big girl. Nothing wrong with her. Yep. Single jig again. Good crappie. Oh, we can keep her pinned. There she is, y'all. Put her on the single jig again, and it hits at the bottom of the mouth that time, not where I was expecting to hit her. But yeah, it's a good one here. Get my button. Yeah, another solid girl. She's probably 13 and a half, 14, something like that. Let's go see. Thought it was a girl, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm pretty sure that's a male. She's got a dark face. Yeah, this is definitely a male. He just wasn't all that blacked up. Yep, just over 13. Nice male slab, male crappie. Oh, there he is. Male. He's ripping. Got him in the net. I spit it as I put him in the net. I need to check my hook. Nice, probably, I don't know, 12 and a half, 13 inch male. He hit the bottom jig, which was this one. I had an orange head on, the white and chartreuse Bobby Garland. He said, all right, yeah, I'll take that. Look at that guy, beautiful fish. Whiting might be better on this side. Look at him, slab daddy. Look at, right over 13 actually. Nice, chunky little male slab. Y'all seem to be using a lot of minnows lately, but artificials are more fun, a little more skilled. God, it's a big one. Big male. Stay pinned on my jig. That's a big one. He's so fast. Come here. Give him my net. Got him. Ooh. Another big male, y'all. On the bottom jig again. They want that bottom jig today. I don't know if it's because my top jig is chartreuse and my bottom one has an orange head, or just because it's deeper. I'm thinking it's because it's deeper. Look at him. Look at him. He loves that Bobby Garland. He's bigger. He's a good man. Ooh. Beautiful fish. Ooh, let's go see. I'd say he's at least 13, probably a little over 13. I don't think he's quite 14. That's a big, pretty slab though. Oh, there he is again, y'all. Beautiful strawberry bass. Big old male black crappie. Probably put him at 13 and a half. But we'll go see. See, close your mouth. Yeah, looks mouth closed. 13 and a half on the dot, just barely by the tip of that tail. Nice slab male crappie though. Ooh, I love these things, man. Show them off again. Hopefully, it looks like it's clearing up pretty quick, so hopefully we can put the boat in here in a minute. Look at that guy. Beautiful male black crappie. Ooh, let's get him with the others. Yeah, y'all, when this wind dies down a little bit and that sun comes up, we're going to put the boat in, but you should always check the docks next to you before you put the boat in, so we're going to see if we can pull some more out of here. Oh, got a big one. This one hit the one with Duke too, G. Well, y'all, I don't think I recorded that one, but that's the first crappie to hit the top jig. They've been hitting the bottom one all morning. Let's see. Oh, it's a male. I thought he hit that bottom one, but nope, he hit that top jig. He won't, if I can get him out. He's got himself hooked about 8 different ways. He got that bottom jig in his tail. Alright. Ooh, that's better finally. Alright. Hopefully I got most of the fight on that one. I think I missed some of it, but blacked up male. Nice. Let's go see. Yeah, looks like almost 13. A little shorter than some of the other males we caught today, but still a good one. Finally got some sun. Show them off a little bit. Look at that beautiful blacked up crappie. Tuxedo on. Got him. Yeah. Another male, I think, on the single jig rig. Might be a female. Yeah, this one's a little female. She hit that single jig rig again. She's not nearly as big as some we've caught. I put her only at about 10 inches, but we're gonna keep feeding them jigs if they're gonna keep hitting them. The one with the single jig, I got the chartreuse and green on. Pretty girl. Look at her, just a little belly full of eggs bulging out. Yeah, that's about what I thought. It's the smallest one I caught in a while. She's just over 11 inches, but she got a belly full of eggs. She's just over 11, but she's a little chunk, belly full of eggs. God. Oh, good crappie on the bottom jig. I don't know if it's a male or a female. Oh, but we got her. Look at her, hit that bottom jig. Oh. Ow. Yeah, about put that second jig in my hand. Another one that's not as big as some, but I'm happy with her. There we go, got that jig turned around right. Nice crappie. I'm loving these artificial bites, man. You're doing good. I can't tell, I think that's a male. I can't tell if it's a male or a female. She's got some black in the face like a male, but her belly looks kind of big too, like a female, so we'll go put her with the other. Yeah. Yep. Now that he's been out of the water for a second, I can tell it's a male. He's not as blacked up as a lot of them, but I see it coming out of him, and I can tell he's been feeding beds. So I'll put him with the others. Pretty guy. Yep. Big one on the bottom jig. Wow, I was just having to sit there. Come here. Yeah. Look, man, he dang choked that jig too. He's got it all the way in his mouth. Finally got that jig out of his face. I believe it's another male. There he is. Another nice male. Beautiful fish. Come on, wind, die down already. It's supposed to die down here in a second, so when it does, we're gonna put that boat in. But man, I'm wearing them out of this dock today, so as long as we're getting them here, I'm gonna wait before I put them in the dang to put the boat in. Yeah, he's a little smaller. Looks like he's 11 1/4. Good male though. I'll take him all day. Those jigs, when they hit it, and they usually get it pretty good. I wasn't even looking. Oh, that's another good female. She's bigger. She's pretty dang big. She might be 2 pounds. Yeah, let's go see how long she is. I'd put her over 14. She's a little heavy too. She might make 2 pounds. We'll see. She's a bit smaller than I thought. With the mouth closed, she's at 13 1/2 off the tip of the tail. But she's heavy. She's a big girl. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that girl. Big old jig eater. Ooh, I love it. Show off both sides, make sure getting a good side. Big old slab jig eater. That's a huge one. He was just right at the boat. I had a jig out to the side, and I'm glad I did. He's massive. That bottom jig too. Ooh. Well, she is a dang tank. That's a huge female. She got that jig way up in her mouth. I just had that one off to the side, and she damn hit it. I can't believe it. I must be parked on top of a bed. Dang, though. She's a slab, y'all. Look at her. Yeah, big old, almost 14-inch female. Slab there. Man, I'm glad I had my jig sitting there on the side. That was it. I'll stay on. We got him. If that's a crappie, it's a good one. Oh, it is. It's a good crappie. Awesome. It's a male. It's a big male. Let's see if we can get him. Come here, boy. Come here. Pretty fish. Pretty guy. Oh, he's colored up. Big aggressive man. He hit the single jig. I was trying to throw around a few different baits. Ooh. Well, look at that beautiful fish. That is a big old black male crappie. And he hit this jig right here. That's the jig he hit. Ooh. Well, we're gonna keep going, see if there's any more. on the BFS setup. It's definitely a crappie. It's been a while since I hit them on this setup. It is such a fun way to catch them, y'all. Another male. Get in my net. Yep. He hit the Roadrunner. It's one of my favorite artificials. It's not a jig. And yep. He hit it like they usually do when they hit that Roadrunner. Yeah, that's what I thought. When they hit that Roadrunner, they usually swallow that thing, and he certainly did. He's not as big as a few of them that we've hit. He's a good male. Got him unbuttoned. Pretty fish. He's probably, I don't know, 11, maybe 12 inches. Nice male. That's what we like to see. Whew, I should put my jigs back in, but I love hitting them on the Roadrunner. It's my favorite moving bait for crappie. And man, there ain't no more fun way to catch them than an ultralight BFS setup like this. Let's see if there's more. Oh, he hit it a few times before I got him. Ooh, staying down. It's a good sign if it's a crappie. Oh yeah, it's another good one. On the BFS setup. Oh, ain't no more fun way to get him than that, y'all. Get in my net. Oh, always staying down. Oh, I love these crappies. Yeah. Ooh, that's a bigger one too. So that one's a big female. And look, Roadrunner hanging out her lips. I should have hit her sooner. She hit it probably, I felt her tap it probably 5 or 6 times before she actually hit it. But man, we'll keep feeding them that. That's so much fun on that BFS setup, y'all. In fact, I should just keep casting, but I'm curious just to see how long this girl is. Yeah, looks like just under 13 inches. Good female. Not as big as some of the ones we've been pulling off the docks. Good Lord, I don't care if I can catch them on the BFS. I'll do that all day. Whew. And y'all, I'll go over exactly what Roadrunner head and plastic I have on here later at the end. But I'm gonna keep going at them while I can. Oh, I didn't even feel him hit it. I usually feel that thump. He's staying down. Oh, he's pulling some drag. This might be a big one, y'all. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Come here, girl. Come here. Pretty girl. Oh, big old slab. Pretty girl. They love that Roadrunner. Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with that girl. Roadrunner sticking out her lip. She didn't thump it like she's supposed to. She was going sideways with it like a bass. Let's see what she measures. Ooh, almost 14. Yeah, I knew she was better. She's staying down like that. 14-inch fillets. Beautiful crappie. Put her with the other. Yep, he thumped it, he was deeper. Oh, good crappie. Yeah. Oh man, they rip on this BFS setup. So fun. That's good. He's not as big as a couple, but it's a good one. Yeah, bit my roadrunner, so she's a good one. She's bigger than I thought. Nice little slab. Good lord, y'all. It's so much fun on this BFS setup. Once again, that fish got that roadrunner down in. Ooh, another beautiful female, full of eggs. Oh, got it. It was a lot closer than they have been. If it's a crappie, dang, that is a crappie. I thought he might be a bass for a second, the way he was staying down. I imagine it's a good female. Hit the roadrunner. Yeah. It's like a good, oh, she's spinning. I lost her right there. Did y'all see that? Damn. Big, beautiful girl ready to go back in the water. Still got a belly full of eggs, so we're definitely releasing her. Ooh, she's a pretty one, y'all. Look at that fish. Look at all her pretty colors. Ooh, that's pretty. Beautiful little chunk of a slab. Let's let her go. All right, girl. Are you ready? Ooh, y'all look at that male. He got his war paint on, tuxedo, dress shoes, whatever you want to call it. My man's blacked up, ready to do his thing. He's probably been spawning on them good. These males were hitting aggressive on that roadrunner today. We'll put him back, let him go. All right, you beautiful guy. Here he goes. See you, buddy. Ooh. Another one of those better females, full of eggs. Look at her bulging out. Beautiful slab. Let's get her back. All right, girl. Oh. There she goes. Well, this female and this male look like they're partners. They're the same size. Probably were born at the same time. She's got belly full of eggs, and he's got a suit on, man. They're ready to do it. All right, the double release. Let's get the double release going. Yeah. Here they go. Y'all go swim off together. Awesome stuff. I'm about to get back to releasing these fish, but even during this cold front, this sun has me hot. I gotta take my jacket off first. Give me 1 second. We'll get back to releasing these fish. Y'all, here's that big female. Get her son. Here's that big female that bit right at the boat earlier. That was crazy. I just had my jig laying over the side. I wasn't expecting her to bite it like that, but that's a big slab. There you go. There's that big female again and the jig she bit. That is a slab. This crappie is about to explode. She's so full of eggs. She's definitely going back. Big old hump head. Look at that slab. We're about to let her go. Just want one more look at her. Oh, she's so pretty. All right, girl. You ready? You ready? Oh, look at that slab. It is a round slab, girl. All right, girl. You ready? You about ready? She goes. Come on, girl. Go put all those eggs out. Yeah. That is a blacked up male crappie slab too. Whew. All right, let's get this jig eater back. Whew. Show him off one last time. Good fish. All right, buddy. We'll get it back. There he goes. Got his mouth closed. There he goes. Whew. Such a pretty slab. Another big male, blacked up, hump head. Such pretty fish, man. Especially the males when they're blacked up. They're just, I think, one of the prettiest fish we have here in Mississippi. All right, let's get him back. Let's get him back. All right, buddy. He was ready. There you go. All right, y'all, I'm back home now. Got cleaned up, so let's go over all the gear we were using. Man, I had a blast out there. We put it to them with the artificials. It's been a while since I stuck some crappie on the artificials, and man, not only did we hit them on artificials, but we hit them on my absolute favorite way to catch any fish, really, my BFS setup. BFS stands for Bait Finesse System. It was made by the Japanese because their bass waters are so pressured they needed bait casters that could cast tiny little lures to compete with all the huge lures that those bass were used to seeing. And I gotta tell you, they got drag clickers in them. It's super fun. This is a 2023 Daiwa SS Air. One of my favorite setups I've ever had. I've got it on a Phenix Classic BFS rod, which is a 7-foot ultralight rod. It's a clone of a Megabass rod, so that's how you know it's good. And man, for way less than a Megabass rod, I can't tell the difference. So I'm a huge fan of it. We were throwing the Road Runner at them. What I call a Road Runner. What all it is a underspin bladed jig. You just take it, it's just a normal jig head with a spinning blade on it. And we were throwing a 1/8 and a 1/16 ounce one. The 1/16 ounce was actually getting hit more. I think they like the fall rate of it better. Underspins or Road Runners are amazing little lures, especially for covering a lot of water quickly and finding fish. Like especially if you're not exactly sure where they are and you're just looking for them. These are great search baits. I was using this. I believe it's Fin Spin. It might be Mr. Crappie who makes this style one, the cone style one. That's what I was using today. But the horsehead style ones work just as well. I know from experience, this is all I used to use when I used Road Runners. I threw that for years and caught hundreds of crappie on that. But lately I've enjoyed the smaller, more subtle profile of the Fin Spin one. And I generally always tip my Road Runners with some kind of curly tail plastic. And I've got a few different ones, but we ended up hitting all of those fish that we hit on the BFS setup on were these shad pole style plastics by Mr. Crappie, Strike King, whichever you want to call them. It's just a fantastic little lure. The color is monkey milk. That's the clear blue and spotted side of it. So it's monkey milk with a chartreuse tail. And I gotta tell you, for some reason, that little profile, I don't know if it's the bigger belly that imitates the shad better, or if it's the spinning blade, but for some reason, that little lure is absolutely deadly. If there are crappie in the area and they're feeding, you will get hit throwing this. If they're not hitting that, then they're not eating, or you're in the wrong spot. But man, I was so happy to stick a bunch of them at the end with the BFS setup on the boat. It's been a while since we hit any on the boat either, so you know, we didn't cover much of the lake at all. I just found a spot that looked good, had some structure I knew was out there, and we just threw over that a few times and pulled all we could off of that. Just a wonderful little trailer, and you could throw this on a normal jig head. It doesn't have to be a Road Runner, but if you, as far as moving baits go, I like to throw a curly tail on the end of mine as a trailer. And as fun as the Road Runner is, we got most of those fish on the jig setup. I'd say more than half of them came on the double jig setup. But interestingly, out of all the fish that hit the double jig setup, only one of them hit that top jig. And I'm not sure if it's the chartreuse head that was keeping them off it, or if it was because it was higher up in the water column. But man, they could not stand that orange one. That orange one with that plastic combination, for some reason, that was driving them absolutely crazy. Let's see what the name of that plastic is. I know it's a Bobby Garland. Bobby Garland, one of the best plastics you can find. You can find these everywhere. These are one of the most effective crappie baits there are. Yeah, it looks like this style was the ghastly minnow color, and all it is white and chartreuse. It's just chartreuse on top with a white belly. It was just the best looking chartreuse I had on me at the time. I thought I had a bunch of different plastics, like orange and chartreuse is one of my other favorites by them. I think they call this one Sunrise. But man, pretty much, I'd say the majority of the fish we hit today hit this combo right here, that plastic and that head. I don't know why, but for some reason that orange head with that plastic was just driving them crazy. And for jig heads, I was using big bite baits heads. There's all kinds of brands you can find locally. These were just what were at the Walmart I went to, so I grabbed them. And man, for a Walmart lure, you saw how good those things did. I think we didn't break off not a once with this double jig setup. Yeah, we didn't break off, we got the same jig on the whole time. And as you might be able to see, I'm not sure if it's gonna show up on camera, but the top of that jig where the crappie were hitting it is torn up. I can't believe that plastic lasted that long, but I mean, as cheap as these plastics are, you can get that many fish on one of them. So they're just an excellent bait. They're super affordable, they're super effective, and crappie just can't stay off them. You know, normally when I'm out jigging, throwing jigs around, I'm giving the baits a lot of action. What I'll do is I'll cast out, I'll jig it like 1, 2, 3, just quick little pops, just short little pops like that. I'll let it sit for a minute, and then I'll drag it some more, pop, pop, pop. And usually me imparting that action is what helps entice the fish to bite. But today, it seemed like the less I moved it, the more they wanted to hit it. I started off early on trying to move it around a bunch, but I don't think I got any reaction strikes doing that. It was when I dropped it down straight in front of their face, or when the wind and waves just pulled it slowly in front of them. That seemed to be when they really were slamming it every time. Hopefully y'all can see this. When I tie on my jigs, I use a loop knot. I almost always use a uni knot to tie on any other lure, but with the jigs, I give them a loop knot. What that does is it lets, in the water, it lets that minnow go straight sideways, and it gets some natural action from that open loop that it's on. I'm not sure if you can tell, but at the end, you can see the knot right there. That's an open loop right there. I've got him dangling around on it. It just gives him a much more natural action. And something else I always do when I'm fishing jigs is, unless there's an insane amount of catfish around, because this will make the catfish bite really well, I'll always throw on a crappie nibble. And all you do is put one of these on the tip of the hook. It's just some crushed up shad with some scent and some color. It just gives those crappies a scent trail to follow. I like the chartreuse just because chartreuse is one of the best crappie colors there is, so I'll pretty much always go chartreuse, but they make a bunch of different colors and they're cheap. But they give me confidence. When I have those on there, I feel like I have a better chance of getting bit, and I say anything that gives you confidence, you should use, because what that translates to is you'll keep that bait in the water longer and you'll fish it more. You know, if you stop having as much confidence in your lure, you're more likely just to kind of give up or move it around too much or try some stuff that's just not going to work. But anything that helps confidence, I say do it. Even if it turns out all those fish would have eaten those jigs without these, I'm glad I put them on. And because all those fish hit a jig with one of these on it, it increases my confidence in them more. These are Berkeley power baits. There's a bunch of different brands who make them. You can find them at Walmart or anywhere. But here, I'll demonstrate how I put them on the hook real quick. All right, and what you don't want to do is shove this all the way down the hook onto the body. All you want to do is tip your hook with it. Just bury the tip in it. Maybe have it poking out a little like that. But you don't really want it much further back than that. In fact, sometimes if you cover the tip with it, those fish really won't feel the hook at all until you set it. Even if they're just sitting there munching on it, that soft power bait will keep them from feeling it. But yeah, that's all you do. You just add one just like that, and it may look unnatural to you, but I promise you it works. I've caught lots and lots and lots of crappie using these, and you'll catch a lot of catfish using these too. Just anything with scent's going to bring in catfish. So if you're in an area with a bunch of tiny catfish around, I probably wouldn't use the scented bite then. But in my lake, there are some catfish, but they're so big I didn't really worry about it. I don't think I mentioned it yet in this video. I'll mention it in the last video, but the rod and reel I was using on the double jig setup was an ACC crappie Stix, an 8-foot with a 1000 size Shimano Stradic. And man, it was dang effective. They wanted it all day. But anyway, I had an absolute blast catching those fish on artificials, and I hope y'all had a good time watching. If you did like what you saw, you should consider subscribing. Again, it's free. It's just one click, and it really helps me out a lot. Thank y'all so much for watching. I got a lot more coming soon. And I know it's been a lot of crappie videos lately. I'm a variety fisherman. I'm not only a crappie angler, so I promise you I'm gonna mix it up here in a minute. I've just been on a crappie kick lately, so y'all bear with me a little longer on that. But anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. See y'all next time.